walk this earth like a god.
You scared? What? You scared? What? You scared? What? Kicking in the door, I make the bitches hit the floor for keys. Yeah.
Travis Scotty here, and I'm back with some more boxing. I don't know if y'all noticed or not, because I didn't know it at all. I just now found out about it today. Amir Khan's hand is fucked up. I mean, really bad. You know, Amir Khan, just a few days ago, was saying that he's Garcia's mandatory, and if he don't want to fight me, he's going to have to vacate. And then I'm sitting here thinking, like, damn, bro, you could have fought him before you fought Canelo. You decided to fight Canelo. Now you're going to be taking the rest of the year off because, you know, they saying that he had a hand injury. You know what I'm saying? And I thought that the hand injury shit was bullshit. I'm like, he just said that, you know, he's the mandatory challenger for Danny Garcia. And then like 4 days later, it's saying that he's going to be out for the rest of the year for his hand injury. I had no idea about a hand injury. So, you know, I looked it up before I made our video, and I'm glad that I did, man, because, you know, I just automatically assumed that Amir Khan was all talk. You're talking shit about fighting Danny Garcia, but then you're going to take the rest of the year off, and then most likely you're going to need a tune-up. After that, you better not go right into the fight with Danny Garcia. You know what I'm saying? Unless you want to get knocked out again. But come to find out, his hand is really fucked up, man. Like, they said that he's been having this hand injury for 13 years. And he got the surgery in June. That way, that's how I knew, like, he wasn't all talk. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, when he come back, then he's going to be ready to fight Danny Garcia, or sometime shortly after that, after a tune-up, maybe. We might not even see that fight. But still, back to his hand. This dude, hand is like pretty much crushed, man. I think that he ought to retire. And they had to do this surgery and cut his shit open, cut his hand open, and then hold his hand, his bones together with metal pins. And then they had to take bone off of his hip to put inside of his hand. And if you see the pictures, man, it's pretty fucking crazy. You know what I'm saying? I had no idea. And they also said that he was telling the doctors that he's only been able to punch at about 30 to 40% power because of that. You know what I'm saying? You know, Amir Khan has a net worth of $30 million. He's one of the richest boxers out there that's currently boxing today. And I think most of that money came from outside of the ring. I don't really know what he's doing, but his net worth is $30 million. You don't need the money. Maybe that's why he took the Canelo fight over the Brook fight as a way to challenge himself in a fight that probably got more publicity, even though he would have got more money with the Kell Brook fight. But, you know, I think that he should retire. You know what I'm saying? You got all of this money, all of the money in the world. Like, even though they putting your hand together, like, you know, with boxing, man, you know how many punches you have to throw at the bag and shit? You know what I'm saying? And then at your sparring partners, he say that he only throw at 30 to 40%, but it's like impossible to like limit yourself in the middle of a fight. You're going to have to just go all out and throw full force. But his shit is fucked up. You know what I'm saying? And like, they could put it together, but you're going to be like, you know, that's a lot of impact, man, punching people in the face. So, you know, I think he should just give it up. You know, you had a good career. Didn't make the Hall of Fame, but you made some noise. Became a 2-time world champion, I believe. I think that he could have became a 4-time world champion, but maybe not. Looking at Kell Brook's fight with Triple G, maybe not. Maybe he knew better than to fight Kell Brook, because Kell Brook is pretty solid, which we all knew he was solid, right? That's why we all wanted him to stop fighting bums. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's really making videos calling for Billy Joe Saunders to stop fighting bums. You know what I'm saying? We already know what he's all about, but we knew that Kell Brook was good enough to beat, you know, some of these top fighters, or even give some of these top fighters competitive fights. So that's why we gave Kell Brook, you know, so much of a hard time. But, you know, and who else, man? I really kind of felt like he could have possibly beat Danny Garcia, man. But that chin, it's kind of hard to bet on Amir Khan with the chin, man. And then you fight Danny Garcia at the higher weight. So, you know, I don't even know if we ever see that fight. who knows? Danny Garcia could lose before then. Shit, Amir Khan could take a tune-up probably like in January, February next year. And then who knows? He might be offered some other big fight. You know what I'm saying? Like for summer of next year. And, you know, I mean, I don't think that fight is going to happen. And, you know, I think that he should just go ahead and hang it up, man. You got all of this money. What's the point? You know what I'm saying? What is the point? What are you trying to prove here? You know what I mean? Well, maybe he do want to win more belts. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he do want to make the Hall of Fame. You know, the guy even was convinced that he could beat Floyd Mayweather, the greatest fighter of our generation. So, I mean, he believed in himself, but, you know, you got to put your health first. There is no price tag, like, you know, no price, no amount of money that's worth more than your health or even a belt. You know, yeah, you know, it'll be great to cement your legacy, but at the same time, what the fuck, like, what if you keep fighting and your hand got to get amputated? And then you got to walk around with just your left hand? Never know. It could happen. You got to get like a fake hand or some shit. It's just stupid. You know, and Kell Brook, he better take a very reasonable amount of time off from the ring. Or, because if he come back and his shit get fucked up again, you know what I'm saying, that bone get re-injured, then I think that he ought to retire. Because I don't want him to end up like Margarito. Margarito looked fucked up. Like, he had never looked the same again. With that big ass eye. I mean, that's like, he looked scary looking. You know, he might scare some kids if he was walking down the street. They don't want to be by him. Even if he's smiling. So, you know, I don't know if we ever see that Danny Garcia fight. And I don't even really think that Amir Khan should come back to fight personally, man. You know what I'm saying? He can go ahead and start talking shit in the media. They always give him publicity. You know what I'm saying? I think that it's entertaining seeing the different crazy shit that he talk about. But, you know, his hand is extremely fucked up. And then, like I said before, man, you come back and you got to do a tune-up. And then you might fight Danny. You might not. But props to the WBC for, you know, letting him keep that mandatory slot. Because before I found out that he's been injured for all of this time, you know, I was going to come on here and say that they need to strip him of his WBC silver title and he shouldn't be the mandatory. Because, I mean, it's only so long that you can hold on to that spot, you know, without actually doing anything for it. You know what I'm saying? Shit. If you're the mandatory, go ahead and fight the guy. If you're not going to fight the guy, then fucking vacate your WBC mandatory. But Amir Khan's going to be on the show for a while. Ain't no telling what the fuck he's going to do next. When he's going to come back. If he's going to come back. But personally, I think he ought to retire. I'm Travis Gotti. Thanks for tuning in to Travis Gotti Boxing. Subscribe.
I gotta quit fucking with you. I gotta quit fucking